settings. If I was to play a C triad, that would be C, E, and G, then the notes would play like this, over 1 octave, 2 octaves, 3 octaves, or 4 octaves. Now the notes can play in a number of different directions. Let me drop this down to 2 octave to hear this. They can either go up and down, in a random order, or manually, and it can take its cues from which key I hit first. So if I was to hit this C chord rolling this way with the C played first, then it would play in this order. If I was to roll it back this way with the G first, then it would play in that order. Now to look over here in the insert settings here, let's do a couple of things. I'll set this back up to up, I'll set this to 2 octaves, and I'll drop this down to a lower tempo. So we have it playing like this. Okay, so with insert off, then it will just play over 2 octaves the notes that I played. If we select low, then every second note will be the lowest note in my chord. See how every second one is the lowest key that I've played, or inversely, the highest key that I've played. This insert pattern here will go 2 up and then 1 back down. Check it out. Or 4 steps up and then 2 back. You can adjust the rate here, which can obviously be synced to your tempo of your song, and also you can change the gate length, which you can then hold if you like. You can take my hands off the keyboard. You can change the octave shift. And then you can also set a particular velocity for your notes or take it from real time from your keyboard in real time. Now let's look at the pattern area over on the right hand side. On the right hand side of the Arpeggi-8, it normally plays it normally just shows you the steps that are being played. If you played 3 notes, then there would only be 3 steps. Unless you were playing over 2 octaves, then obviously that would be 6 steps, and so on. If you want, you can limit the number of steps and drop out some of the steps if you want. Select pattern, and you can limit the number of steps by these plus and minus steps here, and take from 16 steps down to as many steps as you like. Let's set this back to 16 steps, and then what you can do is you can take out the steps if you like. I can just paint across here, so it'll only play these steps where these steps are actually active. But please note that the sequence of the steps is always preserved. If this Arpeggiator was playing C, then E, then G, taking out these steps here won't change the order. The pattern will just wait a few steps here to play the next one in the order. So let's turn the pattern off here, and with the Arpeggi-8's track selected, let me just bring up the tracks and the transport. I'll close this back down here. We'll minimize everything here. Select the ARP, and we'll give it a click and a pre-count off. We can arpeggiate. Now we can do some things right here in the Arpeggi-8, and all of this will be recorded. And a new lane will be made for every change we make. So check it out. All these new lanes were made whenever I tweaked anything on the Arpeggi-8, and we can take these clicks off, go back to the top, and it'll all play back faithfully. It kind of takes a little while here, but in a second I think I'll be changing the synced rate. That's right, down here, and we'll be dropping into 16th notes or 16th note triplets. Longer gate length. Check it out. Ghost in the Machine. Very, very cool. So the Matrix and the RPG-8, they're great tools to play your tracks for you. And remember that you have as many instances of them as you want, so go ahead and use them up. Now we'll finish up our tour of reason by looking at the new suite of special effects that can add some real polish and punch